Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be testing out a few makeup that I recently got. It's going to be like a haul, and I have quite a few products from Relove Revolution, which is like a sister brand of Makeup Revolution. And Makeup Revolution has a lot of these lines, like for example XXX Revolution, and this Relove Revolution is like a much more affordable version of them. And so I have their eyeshadow palette, one of their eyeshadow palette. I have their super bronzer. I have the Makeup Revolution serum foundation also, and I also have a lipstick from them, which I'm wearing right now. I also have finally the Mars Hydra Glow primer, and I also got my hands on the Swiss Beauty concealer pen, which is the pen concealer. So I'm going to be using all of these products on my face today. I've already tested them out, and oh my god, everything is amazing. So let's get right into the video. All right, now first let's talk about this Mars Hydra Glow primer. This is how it looks like. I've saved all of the outer packaging to show you. So this is how the product looks like, and this is like a serum based primer, like a very dewy glowy primer, which is serum based. Now I have seen a lot of people talk about this, and I finally got this. This is how the packaging that it comes in. It's a glass bottle. I think I've been using this almost every day for the past week, and right off the bat it is such an amazing primer. I think this is one of the best primers that I have. I don't think it has those glitter or shimmer particles in it. It is very nice, very moisturizing, very hydrating. It gives a beautiful glow, as you can see. I think it is so beautiful. If you are a dry skin person, this is going to be your best friend and you're going to love it so much. If you don't live in a very hot and sweaty and like a very humid place, then you can use this for summers as well. And I just applied it all over my face, and it does give a little bit of a tacky finish to it. So it does feel tacky, so it's like the perfect base to lay your foundation on, since it is a little bit tacky. Very oily skin people, I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but if you have a dry skin, you're going to love this. Oh my god, guys, I was sleeping on this product. I've just been using it continuously, like non-stop, and I can sing songs and songs about this product. It's such a beautiful product, and I think this just retails for 299 rupees, which is really good for a primer. And yeah, I see myself using this a lot, like on everyday in my videos. I just see myself using this a lot, and it looks beautiful under makeup. So best discovery. Something that I've already used on my channel before, and I have talked a little about it. So this is the Makeup Revolution serum foundation. The issue that I'm gonna first tell you about this is the packaging. I feel like it's not very easy. You have to be so careful in taking this out because it's so tight. The dropper is so tight. Again, the shade is like a complete mismatch. The brand completely sent like a different shade, I don't know, shade for me, which is so light for me, but I somehow made it work. But I might have to mix in like with my other foundations maybe. But just talking solely about this foundation, it is a beautiful foundation. I've mentioned I featured this in my top skin like foundations. It's very skin like. It does not give a lot of coverage, okay, but it does give like a decent coverage. That's gonna give you like an even skin. Retails for 699 rupees, which I feel is expensive, of course. That is what I have to say about this foundation. It's long lasting, it's beautiful. The one thing that I love about this foundation is the finish of it. It's very natural. It's not matte, it's right in between. It's not very dewy also, so it just gives the right amount. But when you use it with the Mars Glow primer, then it gives a very beautiful dewy looking finish, which you can see right now. So yeah, that is what I have to say about this foundation. And the shade that I'm in is F6. The shade I'm in is F6, but yeah, I have to use it like a couple of times more to be able to say that I really like this foundation. But for now, it is a nice decent foundation. Now let's talk about this concealer, which I was so excited to try. I think it's been months and months I've been like eyeing this, and it's always out of stock, and it never came back in stock. I checked on their website, Nykaa, Amazon, everywhere, and I know that people like really like this concealer. First of all, this is how the packaging looks like. This is the Swiss Beauty HD concealer pen, and this retails for I think 299 rupees. I think I got this for around 299 rupees. I don't know, I'm not really sure of Amazon. And I don't think so it's available anywhere. And I don't think it's available anywhere else. On Nykaa, it's out of stock. Can find this on Amazon. The shade that I got is 04 medium beige, and oh my god, the shade match is so perfect for me. I picked up the right shade for myself. The shade match is so amazing, and this is the first time I use this concealer for the very first time, and the shade match is perfect. I really like this concealer for the first impressions. Like for me, I need to try a concealer like couple of times to see if I really like it. But this is the concealer that I tried it first time and I knew I liked it so much. I'm not a huge fan of this kind of packaging because that leads to a lot of product wastage. I like my concealers to have the basic regular doe applicator packaging. One thing that I noticed is that it gives a beautiful coverage. It's not very high coverage. It gives like a medium coverage. If you use like less of it, it's gonna give you like a very natural everyday coverage. It is a very hydrating concealer. Even when I use like a powder to set it, the hydrating like effect was still there. The hydrating finish was still there. So I really like this concealer. I think this has to be one of my favorites from this has to be one of my favorites from the haul today. And if you want to try a new concealer, then definitely go and grab this right away, because I don't know when it's gonna like go out of stock and when it's gonna come back. So I'm gonna leave a link for you. You can definitely give this a try. I think I'm gonna use this a lot because I don't use foundation on a daily basis, so this is gonna be my best friend. Righty, we are gonna talk about the eyeshadow palette now. So this is the Relove Revolution eyeshadow palette. They have a bunch of shades from this, and this is how the palette looks like. The color story is like pinks and mauves, as you can see, and the variant is Empower, which is written in. So they have like 6 shades in here, and just this particular shade is a shimmer shade, and the rest, the 5 of them, are all matte shades. Now my second impressions on this, and why I say second impressions is because I have already used this before. So I have used all of the shades from like Niche, this down below. I haven't really touched the up shades from above because they were not really interesting to me. So yeah, I used these shades, and I will say that these are pretty good pigmented shadows. Very nice, very easy to blend. The mattes, I'm talking about the mattes. Now talking about the shades, not like something that you can't find in other palettes. In fact, I have like a which is very similar to this and which is much cheaper than this, which is the ELF palette. This is the ELF bite-sized eyeshadow palette, and this is in the variant Berry Bad. When you put it aside, it looks pretty similar. So you can find the shades. The shades are not very unique, you know, but the formulation, if you ask me about the formulation, it's really good. This is a shade that I'm like, this is my favorite shade, and yeah, I think it's pretty pigmented. It is buttery smooth, but the mattes are pretty good in here. Just if you just ask me about the palette, it's good, but is it something that you like have to have in your life like right now? I don't think so. Is it something that you need to have in your collection? I don't think so. Let's talk about this bronzer. So I got a new bronzer like after so long. So this is the Makeup Revolution Super Bronzer, and the reason why you see that it is so used and abused is because I have a story behind this. I got this from Amazon, and they were selling it for this was originally for 500 rupees if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 499 rupees. And on Amazon, I received it, it was like broken. Yeah, it's just unbroken in a very bad, in a very cruel way. Just kind of made it work. I know it doesn't look the best, but still I was like, I'm not gonna waste this. And talking about the formulation of this, it's so smooth. Now this is the one of the best toned bronzers because it's not very warm, it's not very cool, it's right in between. If you know me, I like my bronzers to be like right in between because then it's not gonna look too much. And this is just that shade. By the way, the shade that I got is Dessert, and it is so beautiful. It's so buttery smooth, it's very finely milled, and it is just formulated in a way that it's very softly pressed into the pan. My first impressions would be it's pigmented. It is pigmented. When you first dip your brush in it will have a lot of kickback on the pan, but once you use it on your cheekbones, when you use it on your face, it blends beautifully. It does deposit a lot of color, so make sure you go very light-handed. I don't like bronzers where I have to sit and blend the bronzer with so much effort, but this is, you do not need a lot of effort to blend this. It's beautiful, the shade is beautiful, the formulation is beautiful, packaging is also really nice. It's sturdy, it closes really well, and yeah, I think this is a beautiful bronzer. Let's talk about this lipstick which I have on right now. Now if I be really honest, I'm not really a big fan of the shade. Like, this is not something that I would prefer, but I'm a huge fan of the formulation. It's so beautiful. It like applies like butter on your lips, and just this particular shade is not something that I'm a fan of. I think they have nude shades, and this retails, this is the, by the way, this is called the Makeup Revolution baby lipstick, I think, baby lipstick, and the shade that I have is Express. I think they do have like nude shades. The packaging is something so pretty. I think it reminds me of one of those elf lipsticks. It's not a matte lipstick, it is a creamy matte finish. It has a creamy matte finish. So if I had to make a list of the creamy matte lipsticks that are comfortable to wear, this will be on my list. Tell you my favorites, like in the true manner. I'm gonna tell you my favorites, but first I want to talk about all of the Revolution Relove products that I use, which are 4 of them. I want to tell you which ones I liked and which ones you can like pass. 3 products, the eyeshadow palette, the foundation, and the lipstick was something that was sent to me by the brand, which is why I couldn't really like, you know, pick my shade, which is why I got the wrong foundation shade and also the lipstick. So now the bronzer is something that I bought myself, like I told you. So now when all of this is done, I think my favorite has to be the foundation and the bronzer, because the foundation because of the finish and the bronzer because of the shade and everything. 2 favorites of mine has to be the primer and the concealer. Like I said, I think I've talked so much about it, and I felt like I was living under a rock, but now I can just sing songs and songs about this. It is so beautiful. The primer, the concealer pen, and the bronzer for sure, and I also liked the foundation as well. And yes, that is it for today's video as well. We come to the end of the video. If you want to check any of these products out, if you want to pick any of these, I'm gonna leave the links everything in the description box below. I have planned quite a few skincare videos and reviews, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel, and you can also hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye. I think I'll go. It's a very hydrating. Okay, the day is getting shittier. Like big bold letters. Forget it.
So where you wanna go? Let's see it all. Selfies on the Great Wall, maybe the Taj Mahal. Hey, we can stay out late after dark.